Hello everyone and welcome back to some rapid action on leeches. We're gonna play a 10 plus 0 10 plus 0 game as we usually do, and hope to play some good moves. Our opponent for this game is Judah H from USA, rated 2276, and we're gonna open with pawn to e4 as we usually do, and we already have an e5, so that means it could be a 2 knights or it could be the Italian game. Or no, I mean, it's the Italian game, whichever you go, but this is one that can transpose into the Evans Gambit, and that's exactly what we're going to play, because this is the top move in the position. We have c3. The engines will tell you otherwise, but I stand that it's pawn to b4. And we're going to go d4, and we could go queen b3. We're going to cast... No, we're going to play queen b3. Mix it up a little bit. See how our good friend defends against an early attack on f7. It's nothing spectacular. Has been played a million times, has been defended a million times, and has been won by white. Also probably a million times. We're going to castle here as, of course, black is not interested in capturing this pawn. And if black plays something like pawn to d6, knight f6, we're just going to advance this pawn to e5. If black plays a defensive setup like bishop to b6, which is... Okay, knight captures on c3... sorry, bishop captures knight on c3. The pawn on c3 just isn't a good idea. He will capture my knight. But giving me the bishop pair so early on in the game, I don't see it being any good. I don't think it can be done. My guess is that we're dealing with someone who does not face the Evans Gambit quite often. Okay, so he goes for knight a5. Okay. So what? His idea is that if I move my queen, he's gonna capture what? Yeah, okay. I guess it's possible. All right, so it's an interesting move. Could be. Hmm. Ha. So he's gonna go for the bishop. That's for sure. I like queen a4. He could capture here, and then I play knight d5, attack the queen. He could just go back knight b6 and attack my queen. But no, then we can play knight captures on c7 check, and we're just better. So that's what we'll do. Yeah. I don't see any other ideas for him other than the one that we've just discussed. Can he somehow go after my knight? No. Can he defend with the queen? I don't see how. Or maybe something like knight captures knight d5, queen c5. But, yeah, I mean, if that's possible. Yeah, probably he's going for this knight to c5 idea, but we have then bishop to f4 with tempo. And once he figures that out, then just rook to c1. And he can maybe play b5 here. Okay, this is turning into a really crazy position, but I think we should come out on top in the end. Not sure how, but yeah, it doesn't look like something that should be possible for black. He is up 3 pawns for the moment. But I just don't... Yeah, but it's still hard to argue. Well, like queen c5, it's not terrible. Ah, okay, bishop f4, he doesn't have this. That's the problem. But he could just... Yeah, queen c5, bishop f4, he could play knight back to d6. But rook ac1 or rook fc1 just wins the game. So it's very hard to see what's happening here. I'm sure that, yeah, he will go for that. Okay, so... Okay, so maybe bishop f4, knight b6 next, and if knight captures, he captures with the queen. That's probably his idea. Could be, yeah, could be. Huh. Yeah, but still, we still capture and play rook ac1. I don't think it helps all that much. Yeah. Yeah, knight b6, we can just capture and play rook ac1. And we might not have an instant win, but his position should be just unplayable at that point. No, b5. b5? Okay, so now he sort of gains the... I could play queen captures on b5, but I'm already down too much material. I could capture here and then capture the queen, but winning this pawn doesn't really do all that much for me. I mean, I do have more pieces out, that's for sure. And it could be interesting, but yeah, I think we have to do better. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, next the d6 is coming, definitely. We're gonna play queen b3. Yeah, okay, d6 as planned. We're gonna go a4. c6 is not an option. Knight c7. a6 also not an option. Just a captures on b5. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. He wants to capture with the rook or with the queen. No, the queen cannot capture. Okay, but now he blundered. Yeah, now he blundered. Okay, now we take the rook. All right. So we had to get it somewhere. Yeah, this was not the cleanest Evans Gambit performance, but we'll see afterwards. I don't know. Okay, so of course he doesn't want to trade. Yeah, now we can just trade down into a completely winning game, as we should. Probably just captures with check, captures an a7, and there's no counterplay for him unless we have something better. But I think I'd just be burning valuable time here. Yeah, we're gonna capture here. Yeah, capture on a7. Go for some rook a8 action. Knight e7 is just bad. Knight f6, we can even ignore due to rook a8, I think. But yeah, okay, we still have to be precise, but overall, our position is winning. Not just due to me being up the exchange, he's up a pawn, but also my pieces are much more active. Also, we can even bring the other rook into the game to make it even more interesting. Yeah, okay, that's a nice way to develop. What, he's even considering castling here, probably. So we could just attack the knight and go bishop d6 to stop him from castling. I think that will suffice. I don't see a reasonable move for him. Like all of the my bishop completely locks out his knight. Yeah, like okay, he can play knight b2, but not really a move. Yeah, you can play it, but yeah. So we stop all of his counterplay with bishop to d6. We don't need to rush capturing the c5 pawn. And now it's just unplayable for him. Now scary moves are coming. Yeah, okay, we should, of course, we should never celebrate too early, but it's very, very hard to be optimistic for my opponent at this point. I mean, it's possible that there's always something. I just don't think there is anything here. Like, we could now easily win the rook, but I don't even think we have to. I think this is perfectly fine. He does have the passed pawn. Could be his last chance, but yeah, I mean, no way to get into the game. If he captures, it's just mate in one. Maybe there was a quicker way. No, he pushes the pawn, of course, as he should. And now we're just gonna be annoying. H3. We force him to make a move with the bishop because we need the c8 square to checkmate him. If he goes here, of course, we just capture it. If he captures here, it's still checkmate. And yeah, now the bishop blocked the king, so we can just play this. Just play this, and we can play rook c7. Rook c7, yeah. Capturing allows the king into the game. Rook c7 will be instant mate. Yeah, rook c7. We even allow the pawn to come to d2. Maybe I could have captured and it would also be checkmate, but this is unstoppable mate in one. So yeah, it's not perhaps not the cleanest use of the Evans Gambit, but like I said, we'll see. I guess I don't know. I have no idea what I could have done better. Yeah, okay, mate in one. All right, Mr. Judah H. Let's check out if that bishop captures on c3 was the way to go. So okay, it was a standard Evans Gambit. He captured, I played c3, d4, he captures, and I went queen to b3. The engine, yeah, gives it as the top move. Sometimes I go castles kingside, sometimes queen b3, like, it all depends. It's not like because this is the engine's favorite that you will get a better game. Both of these moves can be somewhat defended. Queen to e7, I played castles kingside, he played bishop captures on c3. Yeah, as I've contemplated, yeah, the engine does give it a question mark. Best would be just bishop to b6, like we've discussed. Bishop to b6 is the top defensive resource for black in all of the lines of the Evans Gambit. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. I played knight captures, he played... yeah, d captures should have been played, but knight to a5 was a bit too optimistic. And I already have a winning advantage, but what was the problem? Queen b5, I played queen a4. Yeah, still winning completely. Knight captures. I played knight d5. Also knight b5. Yeah, they're both winning. The engine slightly prefers knight b5 for some reason. What is the reason? All of the moves that follow are the same. Knight b5, queen c5, bishop f4 like we've played in the game. And now c6 inviting the capture. Okay, that's really, really weird. Oh, yeah, knight b5 because it stops b5. Yeah, that's actually elegant. Had I spotted b5 here in this position, probably I would have chosen knight to b5, but I didn't see pawn to b5 at this point. So I went knight to d5, queen c5, bishop f4, b5. Yeah, the engine actually likes queen captures on b5. Why was I not a fan of this? Queen captures, knight captures on c7, king wherever. Okay, knight captures on b5. And I'm just, for some reason, winning here. Yeah, I guess due to activity, I'm just winning here. But like, why? Rook f to c1, rook c1, attacking the knight. Oh, the knight has no good squares, or am I just blind here? Bishop d6 check, king g8, knight c7, and that's knight d5. Okay. Okay, so obviously there are too many traps here that my opponent cannot allow. Now if he tries to save the rook, knight to e7 check, king f8, knight captures and c8 with the discovery. Yeah. Okay, so he either gives up the exchange or you know, he runs into all sorts of trouble. But yeah, that was mostly the reason why this was good. I decided to avoid it because, yeah, I looked at it only as winning a pawn. I did briefly discuss that I was up in development, but I didn't see that it can be done. Yeah, queen b3, not the cleanest. It allows pawn to d6. I played a4. Yeah, and a4 already equality. Just knight captures and d4 was better. Knight captures and d4, and if queen captures, we have all sorts of stuff. And if it doesn't capture, then okay, then we play queen captures on b5. So it's no longer a game of checkmating the black king, it's now a game of material. I played a4, I still tried to keep it tactical, and my opponent played this losing move, rook to b8. We simply captured with the queen, and then just, yeah, it's completely winning now. Yeah, we played some nice moves here. Bishop g4, rook captures, yeah, and now it's game over. h3, bishop moves, and rook to a8, check bishop c8, and rook c7. Yeah, rook to c7, quickest way. Knight to e5 also. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Oh, yeah, so yeah, knight e5, just take away the d7 square from the king, and next you capture. Okay, so yeah, there was no need for theatrics with rook to c7. But yeah, it's a interesting line of the Evans Gambit, and you will know that if your opponent captures on c3, which is almost never a good idea. If this position occurs, yeah, not knight d5, knight b5. Chances are this will not occur, as this is the first time I'm getting this position and I play the Evans Gambit every opportunity I get. But, you know, it's not impossible. And it's, you know, maybe important to keep an eye out for this knight to b5, knight to d5 idea, merely as a theme, maybe not as something to be used in an exact position. So yeah, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, always play the Evans Gambit. Even though the computer will recommend c3, b4 is the top move in the position, and you know, hope you win many games with it. So yeah, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As usual, you can check 2 of my previous videos here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon, continuing to check up on your wonderful suggestions and whatever else happens in the chess world. Thank you all. I will see you soon, and have an excellent rest of your day.